thanks to demos, reviews, and other stuff. It's like, oh, but this was so fun. But when they had that, it was, like I said, the 70% off, it's like, I couldn't resist. Maybe that's what it was, the diplomacy overhaul. I remember it was something they were really going on about. And I mean, that's a big deal. White, neutron. All right, we're gonna have to be careful coming up. Not you. Oh. I fixate if you've played it, Wolf, maybe you can answer this one. The modding for X4, is it like mod or is it workshop stuff? If that makes any kind of sense. We'll help Mandalore. Mods and Nexus. Okay. I mean, like I said, it's not a big deal, but at the same time, you know, mods aren't rough and they're easy for me to handle because I'm used to it. But, you know, Steam Workshop stuff is just more convenient since it kind of, as long as you're subscribed, which you have to, it pretty much updates itself. Or reminds you to update it with stuff. Okay. Double volcanics. Yeah, I remember watching, I can't remember who the guy I was watching. There's a streamer, well, not a streamer, there's a YouTuber that I'll watch on rare occasions. It's one of those when I get that itch. And almost everything he does is like Star Wars modded. And that's one of the things that made me like notice him was the X. That's one of those when I get the urge, because I know he does that. And what's it's the different versions that they have for the modders have been doing for Empires at War. He does big playthroughs of that too. So it's just one of those when I'm feeling a good Star Wars mod, it's like, all right, where's my bookmark for him? Because I don't follow him, but it's one of those, I keep him in the back of my mind when I have that itch. Oh, you're in there with this. We're gonna save right here. This is gonna be interesting because I still need to get around to trying. Because I've always wanted to learn Kenshi, and I've tried multiple times, and I know by the time I get around to it, Kenshi 2 will be, holy moly. Ah, why is it still hurting? By the time I get around to it, are you not even you're not even rotating, are you? Yeah, you are. There's a Star Wars mod for Kenshi. I've been meaning forever to get to. That's big. That's easy. That's a debris field. I'm not getting barbecued for a debris field. Not happening. Get to this before the beam comes around. Waiting for. Ooh, yep. Here you come. Modding for X4 is really easy. Literally just drag the folder of the mod into the extent. Okay, so nice. As long as I can find it. For some reason, I always have trouble modding Steam stuff because I don't know if it's the cloud or what is. They just do not play nicely with me finding it. That everything. That's everything. We are out of here. God, I hate Neutron. But, well, where there's a will, there's a way. But I've got quite a few DLCs between now and then to pick up, though. I know. But I'm sure they'll have a summer sale not too long ago. Or not too long from now. Recently noticed something. What'd you notice? Oh, yeah. Discreet new. Just in case it's a pirate. A very large pirate. I've seen better deserts. Actually, let's do here. I want to do here first to change my mind. Now we'll do you. As much as I want to pick that system and get things rolling, it's not like I have the money anyway. Oh. Oh. Get you next. Those Central European games. Not very good, but we always know simulations. Fair enough. That's true. I mean, that's where almost all the real good sims I can think of, especially space sims, military sims, all, you know, grand strat stuff. Full Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2, yeah. If I remember right, isn't that like the whole Europe? Isn't that Polaris territory too? All right. Volcanic, gas, barren, bombarded, volcanic, desert, gas, another desert. All right, this one's. Ooh, one stability point. All right. This one isn't bad either, though. You look like the desert. Yep. Comb the desert. And I don't know if being that close to Kashyyyk could, well, I guess being that close to Kashyyyk might not be in my safety issue at first if we get the Republic really mad. However, for raiding purposes and privateering, that might not be whoop, 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 whoop. I noticed it at the last minute. What and where? Where and what? Wait, neural lab? What's a neural lab? Power up the station. Immediately as lights turn on, sound is building up in your head, a ringing is growing louder and louder and louder. It becomes even increasing as an immense headache is building. You almost faint and fall to the ground. This until the sound suddenly stops and you hear a voice. Connection established successfully. Look around, it appears that none of your crew has heard the same voice you did. Hulkus, a new participant of the Nero Branch Alpha Core Research. I hope you'll have a good time together. All right. Sure. This core is able to connect towards the human target's brainwaves. This allows it to perform communication with them in combat. Through this, if both the flagship and the ship that this core pilots are deployed at the same time, they can swap without delay. Okay. Dumb question. Nope. Okay. Cannot use it now. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Solar, yep. Yeah, well, with the proper stuff, no, 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 no. Nope. And I hate these gamma stuff. Makes it so hard to see other ships fleets trying to sneak in. Let's see, automatically launches to 3 derelict drone fleets. Okay, that's not bad. So we do have our extreme heat one again. We had the other one with that thing there. Plus it adds to fleets. I don't know. This... I mean, it's less planets, but this is kind of pretty good. Then you've got no atmosphere. I can put a corrupt there. Well, you're toxic, so I could already put one there. Extreme heat, no atmosphere. We could put another one there. Toxic, we could put another one there. Extensive, so this could be our domain stuff. Well, and a farm. Say hot. Yeah, I could get that terraformed. Let's see, X4 Arma. Oh, I didn't realize the Anno was possibly from Czech. Huh. And let's see. As long as I think I've got at least one. Yeah, so we could put asteroid mining here, 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 and let me check. Let me check something. We're gonna go see the larger. Oh, we're gonna stop and get that first. Not continue. Oh my God. Would you stop with the silly fingers? All right. Thank you. So yeah, we could put all sorts of asteroid mining in here, because those are the ones that will actually hit us. So we can, yeah, we could definitely do this one. All right, let me add you to the list. Well, we've got 2 on the list so far, and I like both of these. Yaquam. All right, let's. We've got right here, which is pretty much between the two major Zann. Then Ucharo, she has right here, which is right next door to Kashyyyk. Which, if we ever decide to take this over for Zann, so we could do something with the Wookiees. But just, is that you? Hold on. Just 10 planets right there is just really nice. But the problem is a lot of the stuff in here, there's not a lot of rare ore deposits. Which in here, we got a 1, 2, 3. Technically, we go down 2 planets, technically. But there is a lot of ore. We upgrade from what? The babiest of ruins to extensive ruins. Technically, we've got trace and diffused. Let me put a star next to here, because this one's kind of went. Like I said, the other one does have 3 stability points though, where this one only has 1. Oh, Shadowrun. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time since I ran or owned card stores. Oh, I don't know why I did that. All right. I think this is going to be, I did finish in here, right? Yeah. Hold on. We got to jump, freeze. Okay. Yeah, we weren't doing that order. I still have quite a few friends slash patrons or ex-patrons that became friends, were friends, mixture of both, that still keep up with the major tournaments. Can you colonize gas giants? Yes, you can colonize them. You can't do any form of terraforming whatsoever because, you know, it's, if you won't think, you know, it's pretty much like treat gas giants in this game like Bespin. It's because you can literally build cloud cities on there. On like the volcanic and stuff, you can do domed. On gas giants, you can do cloud cities. Like that's one of the major catches. You could put up solar around it. What are you? I don't know. We'll go check. But you cannot terraform whatsoever. You can't mess with the air or anything. Let's try Botsy. Now, what are we looking at? Is it worth the barbecue? Yes, you are. No, not Shadowrun. No, I'm getting it mixed up. Not Shadowrun. It was Netrunner they did. It just reminds me of it. Don't already have you? I don't know why I was thinking. I do remember the Shadowrunner did have a CCG. If they're still around, or it's still around. I don't even know if it's still a CCG, considering the war back in the day, competition, whatever, with Decipher versus Wizards of the Coast. So Wizards decided to trademark CCG, so everyone has to be called TCGs now, other than Wizards products. Still think that's silly. It's not a bad. Now this has got to be a Zann one out here, because they're the only, well, I guess it, yeah, they're the only ones besides me that are this color, unless it's a Mando, and Mando doesn't do random thingies. You wonder if there are gas giants out there with breathable atmosphere. I mean, I can't see why not, since literally they're just a collection of. Can we catch you? Whoa! All right. The answer to that is no. So that was the exotech stuff. All right. So we were just smidge behind the exotechs. Oh, and I see what you're doing. Caught you, Ernie. Ernie gonna fly us too close to the sun. He trying to get that promotion. Turn the boss into a hot dog. I get to be the boss. Uh-oh. We should be okay with this.
Primary engine system is down.
What? Well, then fix it.
We're draining their shields now.
On. Right. Sworn, I guess you pulled back. All right, Ernie, take it. Honest with cancer and die.
Are victorious.
Whoop. Let's get this and get ready to move. Okay, so it's artillery this time. Whoop. I like artillery better than the rest. Whoop, but not like that. Should be far enough away that I should start closing. Change direction. There we go. Nope. Let Ernie take this one from the start. I mean, to kind of practice with that stuff, I think that's like one of the ways they said, you know, we could colonize pretty much Venus technically right now would be, you know, cloud cities, you know, basically Zeppelin cities. Because it's got breathable oxygen and the temperature would be fine, but it has to be it's so far above the acidic clouds and whatnot. Just one of those, if anything ever goes wrong and your city / balloon starts to go down, when you hit them clouds, you're guaranteedly dead, but just means if things start to go wrong, you're really incentivized to get it fixed before you hit cloud cover. It's when everything starts melting from the heat and the acidity. True. But it could also depend on the sun in the system with the gas giant.